Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel, and we have to talk about this very major backlash, which from my point of view, it's a nothing burger because people just don't understand how the market works. People are still living in La La Land and they believe that AI is this thing that it may come, it may not come, it's somewhere in the ether, we don't have to worry about it, and it's all gonna be fine. Like, guys, time to wake up. So, Larian CEO Responds to Divinity's Gen AI Backlash. We are neither releasing a game with any AI components, nor we are looking at trimming down teams to replace them with AI. This comes from the developers who admitted that they are using AI for stuff like PowerPoints, temporary artwork, placeholder dialogue until they have the actual dialogues recorded by humans, like all these things to basically help them speed up the development process of their game and make it more fluid, right? In another interview with GameSpot, the CEO said by himself, automating tasks that nobody wants to do is one benefit of machine learning, Swen Vincke says, right? Which is pretty much what they're saying. Here's his statement, because things have gotten pretty out of hand, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you guys that people don't know what they're talking about. So holy F, guys, we're not pushing hard for replacing concept artists with AI. We have a team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concept artists, and we are hiring more. The art they create is original, and I'm very proud of what they do. And by the way, if this guy is lying, then the concept artists are going to speak up on social media, right? Because if they get fired, we will know. I was asked explicitly about concept art and our use of Gen AI. I answered that we use it to explore things. I didn't say that we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that, and they are indeed world-class artists. We use AI tools to explore references, just like we use Google and art books. At the very early ideation stages, we use it as a rough outline for composition, which we replace with the original concept art. There is no comparison. I talked about how we use ML here. If you would like to know more, where we've hired creatives to their talent, for their talent, not for their ability to do what a machine suggests, but they can experiment with these tools to make their lives easier, right? Now, this comment here also is really important because some people just don't want to get it. Larian admits to AI usage. E333, Expedition 33, they said they've used AI. Clear Obscure, they've used AI in their development. Kingdom Come Deliverance allegedly used AI. Activision is using AI. Xbox, of course, is using AI because it's Microsoft. GTA 6 is definitely using AI. Indie studios with small teams are using AI at some capacity because you cannot compete otherwise. The chances your favorite studio uses AI is extremely high, even if they don't say so. Hell, the chances of Valve using AI to develop with Deadlock and Half-Life 3 development is probably true. I'm genuinely curious what everyone's move is going to be moving forward. Are you going to boycott all future games? Well, let me tell you something. Did you know that the movies you're watching right now and the anime you are watching right now has been using AI for many years? The problem is that some companies use it more, some companies use it less. So it's obviously less obvious, but they still use it. That's the problem. The Ashen One here says something quite interesting. Man, this whole AI situation is genuinely eye-opening for Divinity. I never expected Larian of all studios to make a statement like that. Again, delusional people. They think like what? Like they don't use AI. At this point, we have to accept that AI is not a temporary trend. Oh, finally people wake up. It is here, it is accelerating, and there's no turning back. You cannot put the genie back in the bottle. I'm very sorry, that's the truth. And if a studio as respected and traditionally hands-on as Larian is already flirting with AI, it raises an obvious question. What will the rest of the industry look like in a few years? That question leads directly to the real concern. I do not mind AI when it is used as a supportive tool that enhances creativity instead of replacing the people behind the craft. But that's the problem, Ashen One. Other companies are already doing that. It just doesn't affect you right now in your current situation. But as many people said, when they replaced automatic machines at McDonald's, people didn't complain. When they replaced checkout stuff at supermarkets, people didn't complain. When they replaced loading machines in harbors, people didn't complain because they didn't care, because it's not their problem, it's not their industry, not their job. They don't give a crap, right? The moment your hobby gets slightly affected, or artists working it with art are affected, suddenly it's become a problem. So you only really complain when it affects your particular personal situation, right? Which is the hypocrisy of this, because AI has been replacing jobs for the last 4 to 5 years in a continuous matter, and it will continue to do so. It's just that people are refusing to understand it because they are hypocrites. And that's the problem. Right. What is stopping studios, publishers from pushing it further, cutting costs or reducing staff in order to speed up production or satisfy investors? Realistically, nothing. And I do not believe they will hold back forever. This feels like the beginning of a major shift, and pretending it will not happen is simply denial. The door is open and it will never close. Because of that, every player, developer, and studio now has to decide how they want to respond to this new reality and what they expect from the industry in the future. Gaming as we knew it is dead. Now, it's not really dead, it's the fact that it's changing. Same as, for example, when they invented cars, suddenly you could travel all around the world. Of course, people working in the horse industry collapsed, right? Obviously, but then people working in the motor industry kind of like exploded, and of course there were lots of good stuff happening there. And of course AI is much more bigger than that, because if you have AGI, it's going to be a game changer. I understand that, of course, 100%, but at the same time we cannot allow for people to be so stupid in believing that this is only a problem now, right? Waking up to both Larian Studios and E33 team admitting to use of Gen AI wasn't on my bingo card, and I'm so immeasurably disappointed. I am so tired of the AI being shoved down my throat by every app and website. It is so harmful to the environment and Black communities, and steals art from real people. This includes your cute little AI profiles, pics, and silly memes, by the way. So again, you can complain as much as you want about it, but the fact of the matter is, the genie is out of the bottle, and the companies are not stupid, because if they don't use it, their competitors will use it. And that's the end game. That's literally the end game. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. They're going to take the profits, because they're going to be able to release the games much faster, because AI lets you produce content and work. You don't have to just use the AI work itself, but it can be used as a inspiration, as support, as placeholders, as secondary stuff for like behind the scenes, right, in the code or whatever. So there's lots of stuff you can do with AI, which basically is going to speed up your development by quite a lot. If you don't do it, other companies like the Chinese will do it, and then you will fall behind. So you have no choice but to do it. Do you see the problem? The problem is pretty obvious. People are still delusional. People are in denial. I understand, right? But yeah, so many people turned on Larian Studios because of the use of AI as a tool, not a replacement for jobs. Like, why? Do you want games to take 10 years to make, or way shorter? I feel like majority have no idea how AI even works. And that's a problem, right? Make work faster equals good, right? Because AI is not just about replacing humans. Maybe one day that's going to happen, but right now in other industries it's already happening, right? And people again are not complaining. You only complain when it affects your particular hobby or your particular job. And again, that's being a hypocrite, because it already affects millions of people. You just don't care because your life is more convenient, right? So when it's convenient for you, it's great. But when it maybe like scratches your personal values because of your personal hobby or whatever, suddenly it's a bad thing. So make your mind. Is it good? Is it bad? Not just like situational, right? Because again, Maybe it's not your job, but someone else's job is affected. So then where do we stand? What's the situation here? Which would be like, well, yeah, I'm trying to make some mental gymnastics here, and I'm trying to justify it, why now it's bad, now it's good. It's like, no, that doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work, right? Again, you're killing the planet. Like, yeah, 27,000 American jobs lost to AI since 2023. 1 in 3 new data centers being built are in high water stress regions. I know that's true, right? 17 billion gallons of water used by cooling, over 4% of the country's total electricity consumption, right? It's a problem. It's a big issue, right? 267% increase in the power bills. But this is not a new problem. This has been for like 2 years, 3 years. And people are only now finding out. People are already now like, oh my God, this is a problem because my hobby is being damaged. Like, no, this has been there for like 3 years, man. And nobody cared. And now when it's actually happening and is damaging a lot of stuff in people's lives, suddenly now they care. So yeah, basically you only care when your hobby is at stake. Yeah, so there we go, guys. Again, don't be a hypocrite, and remember, AI is being used by Microsoft, by Google. The stuff you're doing right now, the companies you're working for right now, there's departments in your companies which are already using AI, and you just don't know it because you refuse to open your eyes and you believe that it's gonna be all fine and it's just a trend, it's a fad. No. This is here to stay. Because why would companies decide not to use this when it literally makes them more money much faster? The only question is, how are we going to use it? That's the true question. AI will be used because why not? Why would you not use it to make more money? I mean, come on, guys. Let's just be a bit more mature and use common sense and stop whining and actually think about how can we make this better. Not that how can we stop it, because stopping it is impossible. Like I said, if you stop it, someone else will do it and they will make profit. So that's it. This is literally the end game. Simple as that. Guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next ones. Bye.